Hi everybody, it's Mia for Mia's Kitchen Quest, and today I've married a bunch of different recipes trying to come up with the perfect macaroni and cheese. I've tried so many recipes, and I finally think I've come up with something that is super easy and comes up with a super gourmet tasting mac and cheese, but it only takes about 10 or 15 minutes to get pulled together and put in the oven, and then about another 30 or 40 minutes to bake entirely. So it's a super easy and fast, but absolutely like restaurant quality mac and cheese. And so what I have here is I tried all different kinds of ingredients to marry up with what I found in a New York Times recipe. They were using cottage cheese in a blender with milk, and I tried instead, because it kind of curdled when I made it, so I tried instead mascarpone cheese, just like a little container of mascarpone, with a cup of buttermilk, which gave it that tang and rich, thick flavor, and a cup of milk, a pinch of cayenne, a pinch of nutmeg, and a half a teaspoon of dry mustard. Don't put any more mustard than that, because it can really overpower it. So a half a teaspoon is all you need. It'll taste super creamy. Don't worry about it. Cheeses have a tendency to bake up saltier than they are, and so you should be good with that. I also caramelized an onion with a little bit of brown sugar and butter, sliced it up thin, like a small to medium onion. And then I bought this pan. You can buy this at Publix here in the, this is about a 9.5 inch by 8.5 inch pan. Butter it, and then just blend up those cheeses and milk, not the cheeses, but the milk, mascarpone, and buttermilk in the blender while you turn the oven on 375 and parboil some kind of large pasta noodles. I usually don't use a lesser expensive brand, but those are actually really good noodles because they're a big size and they absorb. Since we're not cooking them entirely, we're going to bake them. They absorb the liquid really nicely. So that inexpensive package of Muller's large elbow noodles is perfect, but if you want, you could use rice noodles or any other thing. I also threw a tablespoon of grass-fed butter into that blender mix, and if you wanted to, you could go ahead and Vitamix it till it was pretty much hot, and again cut down the amount of time you'd have to bake. So anyway, here it is with cheese and the milks and everything all mixed together and ready to go in the oven. So we're going to cover it tightly, put it in there for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to uncover it, put about a half a cup of the shredded cheese, which I've reserved, on top, and then bake it till it's brown and bubbly for about another 10 or 15 minutes, and voila, we are going to have something that's going to be like French onion soup macaroni and cheese. It's gonna be so good. Oh my God. All right, I'll take a picture of it as it's coming out of the oven. Stand by.